Howdy, y'all. One and welcome to the void. I'm sorry about not having any music. Um, yeah. Sorry about not having any music. For some reason, my Spotify decided it just did not want to work today. So, yeah. See if I can't get Apple Music to work for me. Here we go. And it's working. There we go. Alright. Now we have some music. Sorry about that. Yeah. Hi. Why are you? Okay. Sorry. So, if you haven't read the description, well, you probably read the title at least. Today, no, I was not aware of that. Hi, Juno. Um, I want my glasses. Either somewhere. Okay. Hi. Today, we're actually not going to be playing any games. We are going to be doing a little devlog. Monkey Programmer is going to be with me today, and I'm going to be updating Landscapes Reimagined Genesis, which is the original version of the mod pack. So yeah, we'll probably be doing a couple of I'm bleeding again. Great. Yeah, I tried. It wouldn't let me. I tried to get there. I couldn't. All right. Damn. Anyway. Why is it just playing in order though? That's my question. Feels like it's just playing in order, and I don't like it. But yeah, we'll be doing some dev work. I will be working on Landscapes Reimagined Genesis. We'll be doing some mod updates. We will probably also be doing some work with like adding in some recipes that are already in Forge Frontier. And I'm not going to just be copying over code, I'm going to be writing it on screen as well. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and undeaf my...
By the extremely popular resource pack, Fresh Animations. So Fresh Animations is a resource pack that adds custom animations to all the Minecraft mobs and stuff like that. So it's going to give a whole new look to how mobs walk around and interact with everything in the world, and it's honestly way better than the Better Animations collection was ever. So that's going to be changed and switched out for that. Next thing is going to be building gadgets. So building gadgets is a great tool to use, but Create itself, I've been kind of working with schematic cannons because I hadn't really touched them when I first started the pack for Forge Frontier. So now that I've kind of worked with schematic cannons and gotten a whole understanding of all the things that you can do with it, I really don't think that build gadgets is really needed anymore, because building gadgets, for the most part, yes, it does have the exchanger gadget and stuff like that, but all the other features with building gadgets, it's already covered by the Create schematic cannon. So there's like real no reason to have that in a Create mod pack. And next mod that's being removed, which may surprise people, is Carry On. And Carry On is... main reason why I'm taking that out is because there is some bugs with Carry On about blacklisting certain items and stuff like that in relation to create machines. And one machine, for an instance, is a let's see, the create or extraction drill. So if you accidentally try to use the Carry On kind of mechanics and stuff like that on a drill, the only way you can put it back down is in the exact spot that you picked it up from. It won't let you get out of that Carry On mode any other way. And a standard player is not going to think that, so they're going to think their game is broken. So I'm going to just remove that Carry On out of the way. And yes, you are losing the option to be able to pick up mobs and stuff like that, but Apotheosis has an item called the Ender Lead, which allows you to pick up items in a much easier fashion. And then for storage and stuff like that, Sophisticated Storage has an option to be able to pack their storage blocks with packing tape to be able to move them around. So you still have access to all the features that you had with Carry On. It's just in a different manner. And then for Collective, it's a library mod of, let's see, just mob heads and player heads, which is also going to be removed. So let's get Carry On, and let's take out Collective. And I'll explain more on why I'm removing just mob heads and player heads in a moment. The next thing we're going to be removing is Corgilib, which is a library mod for Enhanced Celestials, which I will kind of talk about why I'm removing that in a little bit as well, because it's further down the list. And next, two mods, which is going to be very major to a lot of people, and people may be upset about this, and they are Ender Chests, like the modded Ender Chest, and Ender Tanks. And the big reason why I'm removing those from the pack is that Create Utilities, a Create add-on, already implements those features, and they are more fit for Create than the Ender Tanks and Ender Chests were. So I didn't want to have duplicates of the same mechanics from different mods. I'm trying to fine tune stuff so that I'm not having so many mods in the pack, which lessens the likelihood of having mod conflicts, which happens a lot in mod pack development and causes a lot of issues. So I'm trying to remove any mod that has the same mechanics as something else from the pack, so I don't run into that sort of stuff. And then Enhanced Celestials, main reason why I'm removing that from the pack is both Corgilib and Enhanced Celestials, since Corgilib is the library mod for it. There is a compatibility issue with the Mac OS system, which makes it basically impossible unless players know how to run PC simulators and stuff like that into their operating system, like running Windows off a Mac and stuff like that, which is a very complicated process for a standard player. So unless they go that method, they can't play the pack because it won't let them launch it, because a specific internal coding method used for Corgilib and Enhanced Celestials. So that's trying to make the pack more available for every platform from Mac OS to Windows, so people, and even Linux, so people can still play the pack. And then next mod is going to be immersive paintings. And the main reason why taking that out is that it doesn't quite have the create kind of feel to it. So I'm kind of taking it out of the pack because it kind of clashes a little bit. And next thing is item obliterator. And don't worry, after we go through all these removals, I will be going into the new additions for the this pack update, which is going to bring in a lot of new stuff, but I will talk about that later. We are going to get back to this. So next one is item obliterator, and item obliterator is supposed to remove items like from EMI, remove the recipes and stuff like that, but the manner that they do it is really, really horrible. So if you were to create an item of a quote-unquote removed item, it lets you create it, but as soon as the item hits your inventory, it disappears. So if you were to make like a compressed block of an item that was removed, it will just disappear from existence and you lose the items that you used to craft it. So I've been taking that out of the pack. It kind of sucks on my end because theory it was going to help my process of removing items from the pack that I don't want people to have access to and stuff like that. So yeah, it makes my development process a little bit more complicated, but it's all right. And hello, Void. I'm assuming you are there.
I am. I've been here for a minute listening to you.
Yeah, I'm just going over all the mod removals and why we're removing them right now.
Gotcha.
And also hello to anybody who's in my chat or Void's chat.
I think it's just Juno and he's being dumb.
All right. And I'm going to go back into the list. So we have modern UI. And do you want me to mute myself on Discord for now while I'm going over stuff for?
You're good. I'm not really doing... I'm looking at updates right now. Seeing what needs to be updated.
All right. And make sure you remember to review what's implemented in the updates.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Next one is modern UI, and main reason why I'm removing modern UI is that it's been having conflicts with other GUI implemented mods in the pack, causing constant GUI scale issues spammed in the log. So if a player is trying to look for or troubleshoot a certain issue, you're going to just see a whole bunch of modern UI issues, and you won't be able to easily troubleshoot the issue. And also, some of the stuff that modern UI implements is already implemented via Embendium and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and remove that. I don't know why I didn't do some of these alphabetical keys.
How do I get to that application that you have for updating things in Git?
All right. So like uploading the updated mods. So the application I'm using is GitHub Desktop, and then you have to just link it up to the GitHub. And I think, do you have a GitHub account? So I need to make sure you have permissions for the
Webmaster 1.
All right. Webmaster 01. Because I need to make sure you actually have the permissions to do stuff. Let's see, Genesis, collaborators. If GitHub Mobile recognizes that I sent a request, so I can actually... Alright. All right, so go ahead and add you. And you said Void Master 01? Oh, I see it.
And it uses the same logo as well.
Yep. So I sent you an invite to be a collaborator. And you should have permissions now. All right. I love that Stream Elements isn't just now saying my stream has begun. A little late.
But
Get back. So let's see. Next one is going to be, next removal is this mod, Necromonicon, which is a library mod for Item Obliterator. And then Shedify in Core. Probably messing up the pronunciation of that. But that is being removed because it is a library mod for ender tanks and ender chests. Oops. All right. And then the last mod is Shrink. And Shrink, it has some neat mechanics to be able to shrink down size like that. But there's like no real link to using that in the pack. So I'm going to have that removed because it doesn't fit my overall theme for the pack anymore. So those are all the removals, which is a decent amount of removals, I definitely say. But now we're going to go into the additions, which is also a pretty good list of additions for the pack. So first one, we have Handcrafted. So Handcrafted is a decorational mod that brings in new decorational furniture and stuff like that for your building needs, and anything related to decoration in this aspect I feel like is really nice to have in a mod pack, regardless if it's create or not, because it allows people to be able to build some crazy create factories and then have like some decoration aspects to it. So we're gonna go ahead and add that. And next one is create mechanical spawner, which is right here. And I can go ahead and add it via this method as well. And create mechanical spawner, I'm gonna have to put a lot of work into it, but it is going to allow a spawner to be, or lock spawner mechanisms to require rotational force and a mob fluid. So the way I'm going to set mechanical spawners up is I'm going to lock certain mobs behind the mechanical spawner so that you can only use the mechanical spawner to spawn those mobs, and those are going to be higher end mobs like wither skeletons and that sort of stuff. And that's going to take a little bit of work to kind of implement that into the pack. And then we have a list of new performance mods. So we got the core, which is the library of it. And then the items, which is going to group items onto the ground, follow items and XP orbs, and then have an automated item removal. So this is more for people playing on servers and stuff like that to help with server performance. And then we have spawn, which optimizes mob spawning and stuff like that. So it's not going to be spawning mobs in caves like far underneath you that you're never going to reach. So that's going to help out with server performance as well. And then we have player, which is going to protect the player whenever they spawn into a server or world, so they can't get damaged by mobs and stuff like that. And next one, we have Create Ratatouille. And Crate Ratatouille adds some pretty nifty food and plant and processing related multi-blocks and blocks and stuff like that, and linked up with Create. That's going to add some pretty neat features, and I will have to showcase some of those later in development once I actually pull up the game. And then we have Equipment Compare, which is a requested mod from this that you can request as a supporter, and that allows you to compare the item that's currently equipped with any item in the inventory, like compare stats and stuff like that. And the next mod that's going to be added in is another requested mod by supporters, is diagonal fences. And I'm gonna go ahead and add diagonal fences, windows, and walls. Because if I'm gonna do the fences, I might just do the other ones. I don't have those in the patch notes alpha, but I will add those later. So the fences was requested by a supporter. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that in, and then, like I said, if I'm gonna add one in, I might as well add in the others. And then we have EMF, which I already have added in the client, which allows fresh animations to work. Let me go ahead and review those, and I can uncheck those. So I did that to kind of show that it's being added, but I already have it selected on those because I had to test it out and make sure that it was going to actually work for the pack. So let's go ahead and add those new mods. And then now we can enable Create Mechanical Spawner. And then I can enable Ratatouille. And that is going over all the new mod additions and removals for the next update. Which it's a lot, but it's going to more fine-tune the pack as a whole. So it's going to feel more Create style than how it was borderline kitchen sink for some aspects. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and launch up with the new tweaks. And I'm going to go in and start with quests and work with that. So while the game launches up, I am going to be right back. I'm going to go grab a drink. I should have grabbed one before stream. And then we can get back into work.
So what you just heard was Monkey Programmer. He is working on the Landscapes Reimagined Forge Frontier today. And is also going to be monitoring my progress of what I will. And it's weird because it feels like there is. I don't think there's only one update to the mods. Usually there's more than what that is. No, Ratatouille is not. It's a create mod edition add-on. Where you can make more food in the mod.
And I am back. As I was coming in, I heard someone was asking about Ratatouille.
Oh, it was Delano Maneri. Is like, he's talking about Ratatouille. Crying emoji, crying emoji.
So yeah, on my stream, I'm actually about to showcase all the new additions for Forge Frontier. If he's interested to see what it really adds.
Pretty sure. Yeah, he's live as well. In 1 second, I gotta go over there and pull it up. It's just taking its sweet time. So right now it seems that this is the only one that's actually updating. Cats, I love them. They're great.
Did you select all the mods when you checked update?
You sure I did?
Because I'm only seeing the one mod.
Oh yeah, because I looked it up so I could find it. But yeah.
So Control A. Or select one and then Control A. And now check for updates. And confirm for all.
This one is not sure about that one. Know about that one.
Some of those are because they're my mods.
Yeah, but like Create Foundry.
Create Foundry is not gonna be updated. Okay. I have someone updating it for me.
Yeah, it's just Pro.js.
There's other mod updates. I don't.
Yeah. This one's the only one that it's finding.
Weird.
Yeah.
Alright, so for the new additions, we have for the crate stuff, I'm going to start with Ratatouille. And Ratatouille is adding in an oven, which allows for cooking multiple items at the same time. So depending on how many layers you have in the oven, it's going to depend on how many items you can cook at once. And then the thresher, it's going to be able to harvest or process some of the plants to get additional resources and stuff like that. Oven fan is required for the oven setup. Squeeze basin is used to squeeze out certain materials. It's only really used for pasta and sausage right now. I will be looking into more implementations of these these blocks. And then we have the demolder, which basically just knocks cakes out of.
So for carry on this one, I might go ahead and get rid of it as well because it will have the same problems as it does on Forge Frontier, as he was talking about. Yeah, this is 294 mods. There's actually more in Forge Frontier, which is what I've been playing on stream. Which I have some updates about that. I'll do that next stream though, probably tomorrow maybe. But right now, I'm gonna leave carry on for right now. But come the update after, you might want to check on that because I'm not completely sure. I might get rid of it because, you know, it does have the same problem that the one in Forge Frontier does. Though I will look around to see if I can't find something that will work equally as well. So yeah.
As once 1.3 comes out, I'll let you guys look into it more and kind of have fun with the mod itself. And then next, the other one is mechanical spawner, which adds in a physical mechanical spawner. which requires rotational force on the bottom, and then mob fluids pumped into it to pump the mob. And let's see, the fluid, it uses 100 millibuckets of the fluid, depending on what fluid you have in there, to spawn an individual mob. So it's requires multi-processing, stuff like that, to get it running. And that's why instead of having it cover all the mobs, I'm only going to have it cover specific mods, so it locks automation for those specific mobs. And then for handcrafted adds in a lot of neat stuff. If I go ahead and pull that up, it adds in benches and couches and chairs, desks, nightstands, some pretty fancy beds, some counters, some shelves, some fancy trims, some trophies, and some cups and plates and stuff like that. And I guess a kitchen hood pipe, and all that sort of stuff was handcrafted. And then with the diagonal fence, cat likes to sit in front of my monitor. It's annoying. All right, so with the diagonal fences, walls, and glass, it kind of explains it in the name. Allows you to be able to place those blocks diagonally. Should probably start a new world for this, but so it allows you to do stuff like this, which is not a vanilla mechanic, which is gonna be nice. And then same for the walls. Allows you to do that. And then for the glass panes, it allows you to make panes diagonal, so you can make some pretty neat looking builds with those. And I'm kind of curious if it's just an instance related issue for checking for updates on your end.
It might be.
So let me...
But apparently I gotta go vote before 7 p.m.
You have to vote? Because it's only primary season.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like the official vote-in time.
I know. But my mom is gonna be like on my ass if I don't do it. Mainly because of like, we don't want certain things to be taken off the ballot, basically.
So let's see. CTOV and Iris Flywheel Compat have updates as well.
You said flywheel?
Iris Flywheel Compat and CTOV. I know Ad Astra had updates. Yeah, there's tons of other mods that had updates. Oh, I think I know what it is. It's a modern MC data issue. You had to remove the NC data and then check for updates again.
Is that update metadata?
Yeah, so remove the metadata.
Check for updates.
And then check for updates.
What?
By the way, my mods aren't on any platform other than GitHub for the reinforced stuff.
I know.
All right,
Why
let's
is
get back
it-
into the game.
I'm so confused because it still says they're up to date.
Launch the game. Because I know there were mod updates between now and November.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe Modern's having issues? You are updated to 8.2, right? For Prism?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, messing with diagonal fences. And walls. I don't know why I didn't add this sooner, because I saw it when I was doing like early development for Forge Frontier. I just don't know why I didn't add it. Look at this. That's beautiful madness. All right, you gotta pull up patch notes alpha. We got a list of things to do. One of which is going to get away from where is that? What?
So,
are you looking at Create Interactive?
yeah,
I gotta do testing with that.
I gotcha. Well, I mean, I would have to do
That would be
a two on here.
Yeah, because Fabric and Forge can have a different compatibility for certain stuff. All right, wiki. Or not wiki, quests. So I gotta remove.
Click it.
I'm gonna keep endless biomes. I do need to tweak the end stuff. Because right now I think the end's pretty lame for how much work it takes to get to the end.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do this. So if you're making a new instance.
Why am I? Oh, yeah, let me make a new world. Would help.
Nice. So in about half an hour, I'm going to pause and I'm gonna go do the voting stuff. That way my mom doesn't, you know, pass out from me not doing it.
Why are they putting like law voting in the primary? That says you do that, and I thought you normally did that in the regular voting process, not the primaries.
Are they doing that?
I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Primaries is just to see who gets on the ballot for the regular voting.
Well, yeah, I know that. I didn't know about any of the law stuff. They might just be doing it at the same time just to get out of the way. I mean, remember, that might also be for where you are, because where I am, it's probably going to be a little bit different too.
It shouldn't be too much different between Florida and Georgia.
Yeah.
All right, Pigman Brutes.
But I am like very close to the East Coast. You are more inward. So.
Right, so now I can go into edit mode. So personal shrinking device was removed. structure compass needs to be fixed. All the building gadget quests removed. Then I'll have to move these around to clean it up. Overworld, Nether is good. And remastered, which is going to have some tweaking because it's no longer going to be loophole related. It's going to be you have to go to certain areas to get certain items to craft the eyes. I didn't remove any crate add-ons, so that should all be good.
I literally just saw that Cube.js was not updated. What are you talking?
The ender pouch. Feels weird removing a lot of these tools and stuff like that, but it's kind of needed for the pack. Fine, storage is good.
I love how slow my
Culture.
computer is today.
When was the last time it was restarted?
I just started it up like not even this morning.
And then Apothecary got additions, removed these. And I totally forgot to add in the, let's see, time in a bottle. And I need to look at end related mods. And I'm going to test endless biomes again, because maybe it was a conflict issue causing the bug that we ran into.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because it's endless biomes. It's been a month since it was last updated. Back in February. I mean, I was gonna say I could look at their issue page, but they don't have one, so. Hate it when mod developers do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna guess before I dive into making new stuff, new quests and stuff like that, I'm gonna go back into the mod edition phase to see if I can add new content to the end. Because getting to the end, you had to find each individual eye, or you had to find the regular Minecraft eye, and then you had to find 11 modded eyes. And those are going to take a lot of work. And I feel like the work required to get to the end is currently, the way the end is right now, it's currently not worth it. So I am going to have to tweak that. Obviously, I will be changing up the way jetpacks are. So later for the jetpacks, the andesite jetpack will be for the overworld. The copper will be for the nether, and the brass will be for the end. So you can, in order to get the new jetpack, you have to go and do stuff in the certain dimensions. So it adds more progression for the pack instead of just being able to have these straight off the bat in the overworld. So let's go ahead and add time in a bottle and then look at mods. All right, so prism, edit, and you can kind of see the work behind how stuff is added. So let's see. Time in a bottle is a curse forge MIT mod, so it's perfectly safe to add. Then I'm going to add the curio slot as well. And then now I'm going to pull up Modernth. And we are going to kind of look at some mods so you guys can help me decide what will be great for the end. And I'm also going to pull up CurseForge as well, because there are some mods that are on CurseForge that aren't on Modernth and that sort of stuff. Obviously, licensing I had to pay attention to for any CurseForge mods, because Modernth is pretty strict about that. So we got End Reborn, which may look pretty interesting. Maybe more end cities. Yeah, because we have modded end cities, so I feel like it wouldn't be too bad to increase the generation for those. Let's see. So I'm trying to make the end really worth it. We already have Endorium. It's not. You may have to physically go through all the mods and look at updates. Right, it looks like there isn't really other stuff to look at that. So what's End Reborn do? And let me see if I already have End Reborn. So let's see, we have Enlightened and Endorium. So we do not have End Reborn. So as a new armor type, ooh, Forest Wood set. Like I said, I don't know why it's having issues like that. Let's see. What are your thoughts on having end cities a little bit more common? Or should I keep it the way end cities generate right now? Void. All right. Yeah, no, end things isn't really great. So let's see, overhauls the end visuals with themed and wildly verse. Of course, you're not updated. There isn't really anything on Modernth I could add. That sucks. Mods, Forge, Neoforge, 1.20.1. Because I really want the end to be worth it. Yes. So you could always... So the check for updates button is on Modernth app? Okay, I was about to say, if that were true, then that means their API is having issues again. That would explain for everything else. Right, so I could make the end terrifying from this mod called the Eldritch End. It adds some terrifying bosses and stuff like that. Some new biomes. Or the outer edge. Do you have images? Ooh. The outer end seems actually worth it. Adds in some new structures, some new biomes. And look at that, they're a bisect partner as well. Now, what's your licensing? All rights reserved. Of course it is. Maybe I'll be lucky and this be on Modern. It is on Modern. Alright. Good. Okay, so it's compatible with the energetic expansion and the better end forge. There should be a better end forge edition. Last I checked, it was outdated. Maybe they... Yeah, they haven't updated that in a while. Nope. Nope. And the... Let's do this. Maybe I will do the energetic expansion. These are much better pictures than they had on the other page. The Modern page. Oh wait, no, it wasn't updated. So I guess there's gonna be one new end edition replacing Enlightened. Not Enlightened, whatever endless biomes. Let's see, edit. Mods, download. We grab the outer end. And then we can take a look at the outer end. Say that's pretty good additions. I mean, I had to do that for a little bit when the API was down for modern. I mean, the update button's there, so... And you said when you did that, it didn't detect anything? Okay. What? Let me guess, the outer end requires something. Let's look at the logs. It doesn't say. Outer end, why are you broken? Oh, you even need blueprint. Go. And it's a library mod. Oh, let me pull up their modern page because they have a whole list of different mods. I'm curious. Details. Why? Version hasn't updated a lot of their mods in a while. Where's mod runtime? I'm a human.
And I've just had my mic off for a while too.
Oops. And I had to double check that mine wasn't muted. Alright, so blueprint is added, so we should be to launch now. with the new outer end mod. And I do need to remember that getting to the end needs more stuff. What? The other end has failed to load properly. Oh, let me guess. Blueprint requires something as well? Really? Uh, no? Why didn't you load properly?
I love how this has not it's not even telling me what it's updating,
Kitty.
it's just updating stuff.
So I guess I can't add the outer end.
Why not?
It won't even let me launch. I'm gonna have to check the internal files because it looks like there may be other dependencies that they don't list on their Mountering page. Alright, so it's gonna be this and their TML file. Alright. Dependency Forge. Alright. Dependency outer end Minecraft. They don't even have blueprints as a dependency in their TML file. Really? So that doesn't help me.
So on your GitHub and main page, you could have done a share as markdown, and it would have done the same thing as what you already have.
For what?
Um, for the mod list.
Well, not necessarily.
I mean, after that, you would remove
Had to
any
put
of
in a
the.
lot of work into it. Yeah, so Blueprint, I love it. I found a great mod, but they're broken.
Of course, it is.
Yep. Gotta love it.
I have no idea if it even updated anything because it's not telling me anything.
Well, the new version for uh Genesis is going to be 3.1.0.
This is just so that I can get the updated stuff.
Let's see if I can actually get into development. Yay.
No, it hasn't updated anything.
Let me look at their Discord.
Do every single one of these and go update them manually.
Doo-doo.
Because it might be their API that's not letting it do it for mine. What do you mean 300? Where did you get the other 3? I did not download anything extra.
All right. I love it that. Why you? Can I please see the game? So I guess you're in full screen mode and not boardless right now? There we go. Go ahead and fix that. Borderless. Alrighty. So, time in a bottle. The base recipe is way too cheap, so I'm gonna have to tweak that massively.
So did Moderate say anything about it?
I didn't see anything. I didn't see any people complaining. This is a beautiful placement, though. Right. So let's see. I'm gonna have to minimize Minecraft. And I gotta do development stuff. So it's gonna start with the new additions. So folder, view, list, review, details. All the stuff that's added today. We got all of that. Handcrafted. Yep. So I'm gonna do set that here and pull up GitHub. Put that there. And there you go. So Explorer. Mods. And now I just copy over the new files. Bloop and drop. New mod additions. Go ahead and commit that. Probably be better just to do this. Delete that. Dev series. Removals. I did, but that was for different reasons. Because Cork already has it implemented, and we don't have Cork in Genesis. Right, so now I'm gonna have to close the game because I gotta check for updates. Should have done that at the beginning, but whatever. Yeah, I know, those mods are disabled. Hello, Ella. And appreciate the lurk, Ella. Well, Genesis has a more vanilla plus fill-in than a create right now because there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be tweaked to make it more create. So I'd say hold off on removing it for the time being. All right, so we've done the new mod additions, the mod removals, and then the mod updates. So next up is going to be fixing the code of custom items and stuff like that and removing those for compared so that it doesn't have the custom items that were removed. Or the custom recipes for the items that were removed.
I'm not gonna touch this one because all of that's off.
What?
The audio player.
Yeah. And I'd say before you do Ad Astra, if you haven't already touched it, I'd say test it before you fully update it, because they've changed a lot of stuff. So make a world before you update Ad Astra, and then try to load into that world after you update Ad Astra to make sure you can still get into it. Because there's been a whole bunch of okay. Because there's been a lot of updates for Ad Astra.
Yeah.
So.
Well, apparently it's only gone up by one since we've done it, so.
Let's see, for Forge Frontier, because it's using the latest Ad Astra. Let me see what. So the latest version should be 1.15.18. And what's the version you have? Okay. Okay, so Forge Frontier is using the beta stuff because it's safer compared to what it was before. Because back in the early days of development of the big update for Ad Astra, because they're doing a lot of new stuff for Ad Astra. They're adding a whole bunch of new blocks. They're making changes to planets. They plan on adding new planets. They're doing a lot of work for Ad Astra, and I can't wait until they add the new planets for it. Right, so we have 6 errors, which points to the building gadget recipe tweaks and line 284 of Landscapes Reimagined server tweaks. So let me set this windowed. Options, video settings, extras. Let's see, where was it?
Man, I really wish it went back to the page that you were already on instead of going back to the first page.
I need to close all my file explorers because I have way too many open right now. Alright, so we need to go to the Cube.js scripts, server scripts, building gadgets, and just remove this folder. So that's not needed anymore. And same for ender tanks. So it's removed. And then I need to go to Landscapes Reimagined. That's that. Put that here. Set that there. So I got to do reload based off the changes I've done so far, just to make sure it's working. And then I'll be able to pinpoint any additional issues with my scripts. All right, so it's only the one, which is line 284. So if I scroll all the way down, .284, where are you? Shrinking device recipe. So let's go ahead and remove that, because the shrinking device is removed. And then I can go in /reload. All right, so now it loads without any errors in the scripts. So that is good. I need to pull up my patch notes alpha. And I'm going to look at, let's see, game rule.
Yes, better end.
Turn off. So I forgot the exact game rule to do daylight cycle. Time, set, day. So I don't have any random mobs spawning in. All right, so first off, need to pull up the quests. Go ahead and remove the endless biomes one. Adjust this. Plop in the explorer's compass. Alright, have fun.
Hey y'all, I'm back. I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. It's already too late.
There we go.
Hi.
Welcome back already.
It was too late for me to go. They closed at
Oh.
7, and it would have taken me 40 minutes to get there. Because my mom decided to tell me at 6 o'clock. No, 5 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I'll go over at 6 o'clock, thinking I was going to be able to do it, but no.
So let's see, trying to make these quests even. I should probably put the angel block over here, then move the bed over there.
Changes.
Okay, so that's set to 140, so this needs to be 180. Go. Let's see. I'm gonna need to create add-on quests for Ratatouille and the mob cage. And those can actually, let's see. Yeah, page 3. Ratatouille. Probably misspelled that. Go. And then let's see. The other crate add-on with create mechanical spawners. Just that. It's icon. See, mechanical spawner block. That. Mobs from gravitational energy and mob fluids. Okay. $100 XP points. And Ratatouille. Let's see. I should probably do a different icon from Ratatouille. Something I'm not going to be making a quest for. That worked. Actually, no, it's sausage.
Goodness, we missed a couple of bacteria.
I mean, the last time Genesis was updated was in November of last year. So it's been a bit.
Yeah.
And those mods are constantly updated. All right. Go. Ratatouille, so need to do a quest for the oven, the thresher, squeeze basin, demolder, irrigation tower, and spreader. Right, my cat went in the way of my screen. Take a screenshot of these so I can actually remember what quests I need. Let's see. Oven. All right, so let's see, it is oven, thresher, squeeze basin. All right. Squeeze basin. Mechanical demolder. All right. Irrigation tower, and what's a spreader? Reuse basin. Irrigation tower. And spreader. Not updating what? Yeah, done. Yep. Painful, isn't it? And I had to remember when I'm done adding these new quests, I had to go in through all the other quests, all the crate stuff, and remove the dependencies of them so people aren't locked between that progression for the quest line, because crate items, there isn't a set. For some stuff, there is a set progression, other stuff there is not. And kind of in the style that I'm doing for Ratatouille right now is I'm not going to put dependency arrows. It just has, it will have the dependency of Ratatouille. And that's it. DUIs? Yep. Mm. Yeah. It is very handy indeed. Okay, so crate connected is now the centerpiece.
Wow, no changelog.
Yep, I love when they do that. Okay, so let's give them. I need to visually represent it or see this. My brain is not wanting to visualize stuff right now. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I'll give them. They make one oven. I give them 3 more ovens. And they make 1 fan. I give them a fan. So let's see. Item. Oven. Now I don't have to worry about collective anymore. And who? For the version numbers? Oh. Hmm. I mean, if you want to talk about annoying version numbering system, just look at Cube.js. Travelers has the sleeping bag, but adds the hammocks as well, so. Because before, back in the early days of Traveler's backpacks, you couldn't sleep with the sleeping bag like you do for comforts. Before you would have to place down the backpack and sleep that way, but now you can use it like an actual sleeping bag. At least I'm pretty sure you can. Let me double check. Yeah, you can lay it down on the ground by itself. You don't need the backpack anymore. I should probably take a pause to feed my cats, but I'll do that after I finish Ratatouille. I should have fed him about 50 minutes ago. Get them a harvester and 8 andesite. Speaking of which, you will be taking out the sodium patch version and putting in the official create back. Because they updated to be compatible with sodium finally. Yeah, take out the create sodium patch. I feel like the squeeze basin doesn't need a quest. That and the demolder. There you go. No, it's on moderate. Right. Okay. Right. Check.
Hey,
that.
hey. I just found something.
What?
Look at my screen real quick.
Yes.
Might want to start looking at crafts and additions.
Well, that was for fabric.
I know, but just in case.
And that was... I would have that update.
No, I know. I'm just saying that, like, just in case, like, you know.
What does it take to make the irrigation tower? So let's give him fluid tank back and copper block. Right. So last thing is a spreader. Fertilizer. Or 8 bone meal, or a bone block. And 8 andesite. Alright. So item. Alright. Okay. 10 points. Well, right now you're using this great sodium patch. The latest version is 0.5.1F. Shouldn't be, because that was just released in March. Yep. Yep. That's why I don't use the Modern app for development. Right, so Ratatouille quests are done. So I'm gonna step away for a few moments to go feed the cats, because I'm late at feeding them. But yeah, in the meantime, enjoy this wonderful music, and I'll be back to development in a few.
Nice. Oh, the L-shaped gearbox comes from them. That's pretty sick. Oh, ponder scenes. Awesome. All right. Wait a minute. That one definitely is the one that we already have. I had to check. See if it's the only thing that's there, I'm not gonna worry about it because it's not gonna change.
And I'm back, Void. How are things going on your end for Genesis development?
Everything is going.
Or should I be more specific, trial development? That would have to double check your work. The mod update issue is making it more complicated for you. Alright, so now that we finished the Ratatouille quest and the mechanical spawners, that's just a quest for the new mod additions. Now I had to go back to the old quests and fix anything that doesn't actually have a progression. Which, from what I've heard from other players of the pack, there's a decent amount of fixing. And how's everything going for you, Ella? How's work? So, let's see. That should be dependency of chip. That to a chip dependency rather than the table. And same for anyone else who's lurking. How is everything going for you guys? They can hear you, so feel free to lurk over or at Voidmaster's stream over on YouTube as well.
You probably won't want to because I'm literally just doing the boring stuff right now. I haven't even gotten to the fun stuff yet.
I mean, that's part of development. That's how I started my stream. I started with the boring stuff of explaining why mods are being removed and
Yeah,
adding
do you
new
want to
stuff.
get pizza?
Pizza? Ooh.
I know we were talking about it on Saturday, but is that okay with you? Yes, sir.
You should
I will.
totally send some pizza down here.
Do you have a pizza chef near where you live?
Nope.
Then no, because I'm getting it from my local pizza chef.
Mm. Shoot. What's this dependency? Mindstone.
What? That's dumb. Snowy creep. I know. I do the same for both of us. Snowy creepers will no longer drop discs when fighting strays.
Oh.
I'm still installing it because, you know, it's an update, because it also can spawning certain creepers for configurability and translation files too for any of our friends who are over in other countries. Right. Let me get this one mod in here, and then I'm gonna go absent for a moment so I can go get pizza.
Let's see. The better nether is in Genesis only.
Yes. And I just updated it. Better Nether is only had one update since the last time we updated it. I'll actually go look at it real quick for you.
Now the thing is,
Better
Incendium
Nether.
is in Forge Frontier.
To whoever was asking about Better Nether,
Dark Witchless.
now some nether grass will grow on all grass _ soil blocks. Soul, bone, and sepia bone grass can be placed on any solid block now. Leaves don't randomly tick, and then translation stuff. That's all that's being added into the new update for that one. And while I'm at it, I can go ahead and tell you about the Better End update too. I think there's just one update. Yeah.
Incendium, I have not noticed any laggy issues. That may just be an older version of Incendium.
It's support for the new Fabric Launcher. Guidebook format is now updated. The sodium compatibility code was removed. And then leaf ticks for some variants was fixed. Flight duration to rockets from village loot, which is a pretty good thing. And fixed crash when placing eternal crystal with no portal blocks in range. That was Better End as well, in case they were wondering.
She was just asking if I got rid of it in the spec in Forge Frontier. I'm assuming that's what you're meaning, Dark Witch.
Well, Forge Frontier, it doesn't actually have a Forge or Neo Forge port of it yet, if it will ever have one.
Not updated to 1.20.
Yes. So
because they have it, but it's way outdated.
Yeah, but I will make sure it will be updated within Genesis as well, as if that is what you're coming for. All right, I will be back in a couple minutes. I gotta go order some pizza.
All right, you do that. I'm a little jealous that he's having pizza. It is what it is.
Hello, hello, hello. I am back.
Welcome back.
Sorry that took so long.
You're good. I've been busy going through all the quests and changing up the dependencies.
Sure.
Because that needed to be done.
Yeah.
Nice we shoot that. It's supposed to be something cool. Not. Already changed it.
All right. We're
Alright,
on
alright,
page
alright.
5, and we just got done with Dawn API. We're now over at Debugify.
It's kind of a reason why I stopped, or I didn't want to get back into development for Genesis, because I knew how bad it was going to be for the first update.
Yeah. Well, now you have me.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, so
Almost
these are actually
completely
adding
have you.
stuff. Huh?
Almost completely have you.
Yeah. Okay, so 1.2.4 added a bunch of stuff. That's a fix. And this one added back Solar Elytra boost with better controls. Fix Warden helmet immunity not working. Fake ancient vases no longer drop loot. And Skulk Snappers. Skulk Snappers can now sit. Oh, that's so cute. Probably.
We've had that in Forge Frontier for a while now, but
Remember, we actually haven't been in the deeper and darker area yet.
yeah. I mean, there's not a big reason to right now, but there will be.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for you to implement the Warden Hardener stuff because we have like 7 of them. Actually, no,
Oh,
we
it's
have
gonna
more.
be
We have more than that actually.
Once I get into the end game stuff, yeah.
Mhm.
But I got a whole bunch of stuff before I can do that, like creating a custom dimension, a custom boss.
By the way,
Fun stuff.
people of the chat, in our where we are, over there in Forge Frontier, the series that we're doing, we have so many hearts because I may or may not have made a super overpowered axe to destroy like literally anything that comes my way. So yeah. And so now anytime I have to go fight something, I'm the one that's fighting. Monkey would,
now.
but he doesn't have anything nearly as overpowered as I do.
I mean, my sword is good.
Is it?
Yeah, I enchanted everything.
Okay.
I just don't go fight right now because I'm focusing on other stuff.
No, I did like I did pretty deep apotheosis gym stuff, so
I can, for just going through the quests, because I'm done with the quest stuff now. There were 310 changes.
oh my god.
Because each individual quest I change is a file change. Good thing I don't explain every single thing for all this stuff. I just roughly go over it. Because that would be a like 20-page patch channel log for the update. All right. Yeah, it's committing, which is not surprising because it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the GitHub update kind of went haywire while I was gone, so.
And you have been putting everything under the 3.1, right?
The what?
For the GitHub changes, you have been putting everything under the 3.1 version, right?
Okay, so if you look in dev file sharing, I'm putting everything there for now, and then I'm gonna transfer it over.
Okay, so whenever you transfer over, make sure you put it in the 3.1 branch, and not the main branch.
Oh well.
Okay. Just needed to make sure you are aware that there's a separate branch for the update.
Yeah, I would have gone through it and made sure that I went to the right one. Because I'm not a big fan of just not worrying about it. I'm not a big fan of not paying attention.
Let's see. So that
is dynamic view mod, is that a CurseForge thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Just and those of you who are curious, this is the list of stuff I have to do for this update.
I want to see.
Or a majority of the update.
I want to see.
I mean, you have access to see the channel.
Is it patch notes?
Yep.
I mean, all that you put in there is are you talking about like the plans for later in Forge Frontier?
Plans for later in Forge Frontier.
Talking about that, or are you just talking about the add-ons and removals?
The plans for later for Forge Frontier, all that stuff. Majority of that's being done in this update.
Gotcha.
Like 90% of it.
Okay. So are we going to the next first number or second number?
It's going like the version number for the update?
Yeah, is it going to be are we going like all the way to 0.0.0 or are we going to 0.3?
It would be 1.3.
Okay. I was wondering because it was like, you know, I know how you number things, so I figured I'd try to ask you in a way that you would understand.
Hmm. My numbering makes sense, unlike some people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I use Minecraft as a numbering system reference. Well, I had to for all the changes that I did for Genesis. Because it was going from 1.19.2 to 1.20.1. So that required a whole new version number. All right, so let's see. So make filter quest trying to remember what I meant by that. Could have specified more. Make filter quests. Oh, it's the create item filter, so I need to make this. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was like, why did I say that?
Oh, create filter quest. Okay.
Yeah, I just said it labeled as make filter quests instead of make create filter quests.
Ah.
I'm trying to cover all the stuff in the quest category right now before I move into a whole section, another section.
Yeah.
And I've totally forgot about that. So let's see. That can go under the wrench category.
You know, I don't understand why you have categories in the create one anyway.
It just makes it more organized.
Well,
So
the way that you did it in Genesis is that, you know, you made it to where everything that was there, you couldn't have it any other way, because in order to be able to get to that item, you have to do every step beforehand. The way that you have it in the one that you're making right now is different, because it's like, it is a suggestion, not a requirement.
some
You
of
know?
these are requirements.
Yeah, some of them are, but
Depending
there's a
on
lot
if
of
it
them
has
where,
progression for it or not.
yeah, but like you have stuff that's like, what's it called? That you wouldn't even need,
So list filter and attribute filter.
So you will rarely ever use an attribute filter. So I think instead of making that a requirement, just having that as like speaking of it in the description instead of
There, just
doing...
label it as doing one quest, label it as filters.
Yeah. But then only require the item filter item, because you will never really use the attribute filter.
I mean, there's a use for it.
Yeah, absolutely. But for automation, they don't really you wouldn't really use it for automation, because most of the time in automation you set a specific filter for it. You don't have enough items going through there that would fill up a full item filter to where you would need an attribute filter.
I just need to reformat this.